Hi, friends. So, this is your friendly neighborhood business strategist who is always telling you that you need to blog. And in this episode, I'm telling you 5 pages on your website that are more important to fix than to write another blog post. So, if you're like, what? True, it's true, it's true. If these 5 pages, or at least 4 of these 5 pages, are not dialed in, then getting more traffic to your website from a great blog post is not going to convert how you want it to. So, are you ready? Let's jump in. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing. Do you want to grow your business with sustainable traffic sources? Have you heard about the power of search engine optimization and you want to take advantage of it to get more traffic, more eyeballs on your business? But when it comes down to it, does SEO feel complicated and hard to implement? Are you tired of wondering what in the heck to do with your website to get more traffic and more leads knocking on your door? What if I could tell you that there was a simple, proven system for using SEO, blogging, and copywriting to get leads from your website, and not just any leads, high converting leads. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, wife, mama, copywriter, SEO strategist, and barrel racer. And for the last 8 years, I've been figuring out what works and what doesn't work in the world of online marketing to get organic traffic. And now I'm here to share all the things I'm learning in the trenches of SEO, copywriting, and content marketing. How does 300%, 500%, or even 12,000% more traffic in a year sound? What could your business do with that kind of traffic increase? How many more people could you help? So listen in and prepare to take notes. I'm about to drop simple, actionable SEO marketing and copywriting tips, all with a heavy dose of Jesus-loving encouragement. Let's get you more traffic and more leads so you can help more people with your God-given gifts. Hello. So if you're like, what, Faith? I thought you said we need to blog. I'm not changing my tune on that. But sometimes writing another blog is not the next thing on your to-do list, or shouldn't be, because sometimes the best content strategy is not just throwing another blog up there. Even if it's a great blog, even if it's optimized for SEO, sometimes that is not the thing that you actually need to do next. Sometimes the best strategy for getting more sales and easier leads is to fix the core website pages that actually help people decide whether or not they should hire you, okay? And remember, I love blogging. I love SEO content. I love long-form marketing because it's like throwing fish hooks out there that are going to keep working for you for years and years. But again, sometimes another blog post is not the right move next, because sometimes your homepage, your services page, your about page, your case studies, your inquiry page, they are costing you more than another blog could ever fix. So page number one that I need you to fix before you go write another blog post is, and this is the most important page, so if you only fix one page, let it be this one, and it's your homepage. It is your homepage, and your homepage matters because it not only sets the first impression, but it is the deciding factor in whether somebody hires you or not, especially if you have a higher tier offer, not a $2 offer, okay? Now, I feel like I've talked about homepages until I'm blue in the face. So if you were like, I need to know more about homepages, then go back and listen to all of the episodes I have on homepages. I could list them off for you, but you can find them much faster. Your homepage should absolutely quickly explain the problem that you solve. How do you help your person? Okay, who do you help? Now, you don't need to get all nitty gritty like, I help moms that shop at Target between 2 and 3 p.m. while their children nap. Like, we're not getting that specific in our homepage copy. We're not describing your ideal client avatar on your homepage. But what problem do you solve for your person? Who do you help? Why does it matter? Why does this problem matter? Why does this solution matter? And your homepage should also quickly explain where to go to next. Now, some very common mistakes on homepages that I see. Trying to say everything or trying to not say enough. I audit homepages on opposite ends of the spectrum. If I'm being honest, typically people don't have enough copy on their homepage. Often, I see business owners, I have students and clients come to me where they're leading with very vague brand language. They may have based their homepage copy on what they see their competitors doing. Well, just because your competitor is doing it with their homepage doesn't mean it's right. You don't actually know their conversion rates, y'all, okay? They could be lying through their teeth about how much money they're making. Another common mistake I really see is hiding the actual offer. Sometimes the offers or what it is, the solution, the thing that you fix for your client, sometimes that is so dang buried that people have to be a stinking gold miner to find it. And spoiler alert, if they have to look that hard for it, they're not going to. Okay? And making them scroll too far. Okay? Very practical fix for this is make your above the fold so ridiculously clear that my 5-year-old could understand it and your grandma could understand it. Okay? Sometimes grandmas don't understand online business stuff, which is why I say that. Also, practical fix for you, your homepage needs to have one primary CTA, one paid primary CTA. We are not asking people to do 45 different things. We're asking them to do one thing for their money and one free thing that's going to bring them value. Okay? You're also going to guide somebody to the most important offer or pathway very strategically on your homepage. Okay? Your homepage should act like a front door to your business. They should know the general overarching problem that you solve from your homepage. Now you're like, Faith, I have 5 different offers. Well, you might have 5 different offers, but they probably all can fall under the same umbrella as far as like the root core problem that you solve. Your homepage should very clearly explain that. Like with the root home problem is the thing that you help them with. Not just I help you 3 different ways. It's I help you do this one big overarching problem. And this is honestly something that I help a lot of clients and students identify is that overarching umbrella problem and put that into simple, clear language. All right, number two. The number 2 problem, or number 2 page, sorry. The number 2 page, second page that you need to fix before you need to go write another blog is your services page or your sales page, okay? The page that somebody goes to before they buy the thing, okay? Your sales page should not just list the deliverables. Please and thank you. Should you say that? Yes, but that should not be all you say. Your services sales page, one and the same, should explain the problem that you solve. Please and thank you in clear language. The outcome, how they get from point A to point B, okay? How they're going to get there, okay? The process of how they get there, okay? Broken down into very simple language and very simple steps. They don't need to know that it takes 5 steps back and forth to get the contract signed. They don't need to know that, okay? You also need to provide some proof, some customer testimonials, please and thank you on your sales page. And they need to know if it's a fit. Like, it is okay to put some, this is for you if, and this is not for you if type of language on your sales page. And they need to know the next step. What should they do next? Don't make them guess. Don't make them guess. Please and thank you, okay? Now, this is honestly where a lot of businesses lose people because you know your offer inside and out, but your customer doesn't necessarily. And so your sales page, your services page, whatever we're working on specifically for your business, right? Your sales page needs to spell it out. Spell it out, okay? Yes, you need to explain what's included. A lot of people explain what's included, but they don't always explain why it matters, okay? So here's what I want you to do. Yes, you can talk about deliverables, but we need to talk about them as value, not just like, here's the PDF, but like, here's the guide for all of your brand, okay? So it helps you make all of these decisions, right? We need to talk about value. And my favorite example to use for this is like a washing machine. When I'm looking for a washing machine, I do not care nearly as much about the motor size as I care about, is this going to get baby poop out of my clothes? Like, seriously, if somebody creates a washing machine that's like, I will get baby poop out of your clothes with 0 scrubbing, promise, guaranteed, I will buy that sucker. Okay? And all the mamas are like, amen. But so often we forget the really practical things that our clients and customers need because we're so wrapped up in creating great deliverables, which I love, right? Like, we want the good deliverables. We want to do the things. We want to give the people the actual goods that they sign up for. But they're not necessarily signing up because you have a beautiful PDF. They're signing up because of the value that that PDF, for this example, provides. And so make sure that your sales copy is written in such a way that you focus on the value or the transformation and not just the features, okay? Now, page number 3, y'all, that we need to maybe work on before you write another blog is your about page. And I know you're like, what? Yes, your about page. Now, I have had conversations with seasoned entrepreneurs about this. They're like, I don't have an about page. I'm like, well, you need an about page. Like, but I don't want to talk about myself. I'm like, tough cookies. You have to talk about yourself as it connects back to the buyer. Now, a lot of about pages, I feel like there's like two ditches to about pages. In one ditch, people are like giving me their entire life story, entire family history and family tree and, the timeline of their whole life, which is precious, but that does not help me decide if I'm going to buy something from you or not. Your about page is supposed to be about you as it connects back to the buyer. Yes, your story absolutely matters, but it should connect back to the buyer, not just be like, here's my life. It should be something that connects back to the buyer and answers their number one burning question: can you solve their problem? Your about page should answer why you care, why you're credible, what shaped your approach, why the buyer can trust you. Yes, but always as it connects back to the buyer, okay? So, practical fix for you here. Keep the personal story, but tie it into the client's problem and your method. I want you to show the heart behind the work and the reason your approach is different. Yes, you can sprinkle in some fun facts, of course, but it doesn't need to be just all about you and your whole life and your whole life story, okay? Now, page number 4. And this couple of these pages, the last two, are ones that we're honestly working on in our business, and we're trying to focus on a little bit more in this company. But this is your case studies pages or testimonial pages. And these matter deeply because it provides proof of risk reduction. Okay? Buyers want to know, has this worked for somebody like me? Okay? Case studies, I love case studies because they can show the before. You can talk about the problem, you can talk about the strategy, you can talk about the result and the transformation. They're much more in depth than just a quick 2-sentence testimonial blurb, okay? Yes, testimonials are good, specific testimonials are good, but case studies are going to give you stronger proof because they show the full story loop and the full from beginning to end arc, okay? Here's your practical fix for you. Do not just dump testimonials. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Obviously, don't lie about your testimonials. Like, use real testimonials, but do it strategically, okay? And in your case studies, I want you to show your strongest proof and turn it into mini stories. True stories. Don't you dare lie and be a liar pants, okay? But I want you to be able to show in your case studies what's not working, what changed, and why it mattered. Okay, page number 5 that matters, maybe, this is a maybe more than your about page, is your inquiry page or your booking page process. And I say this with a grain of salt. Like, if I looked at your entire business plan, I might be like, yeah, write a blog, leave this as it is, okay? Your inquiry and the booking page matters because it gives your people a glimpse at what's ahead, okay? Now, if you're somebody that you have a pretty stringent vetting process before you move into the booking page with somebody, then your booking page needs to spell that out. Your inquiry page, whatever you use, needs to spell that out. If you're selling a $100,000 product and people don't realize that it's that high and you're spending all of your days talking to people who only have $500 to spend, like, your inquiry page and your booking page needs to vet some of that out for you, not just for your time, but out of respect for their time, okay? So don't treat your booking, your inquiry page like just this forgotten thing, this generic thing, okay? It needs to clearly explain what the offer is, who it's for. You need to set some expectations. You need to make the next step feel safe. And I really love it when people say how quickly they're going to respond, because then I know when I can email them back or expect to never hear from them, okay? So really practical fix, I want you to read through your inquiry. I want you to think, ooh, is this actually serving my business well and my ideal client? I don't want to waste their time either, okay? You can even take some time and take some space to tell people what happens after they inquire, after they fill out the form, okay? Let them know what kind of information you need. Help them to fill out a form. Like, this can all be super automated. Don't waste people's time, y'all, okay? But I want you to make it feel intentional, not just intimidating. And you can do that with writing copy that feels like you and not like a machine. So here's your homework. Before you write your next blog post or your next Instagram post or even your next podcast, I want you to audit these 5 pages on your own: your homepage, services or sales page, your about page, your proof or your case study page, and your inquiry. I want you to ask yourself, is it clear? Is it up to date? Is it actually what I do, right? Or have I changed and evolved? Is this page helping somebody make a decision? And is the CTA obvious? And then I want you to pick the weakest one and fix that first. So if this made you realize that your website pages need to do a better job because they are slackers and they're not supporting the sale, that is what we work through with you inside of our SEO and website copy strategy. Because yes, your content matters, your blog content matters, your email content matters, absolutely. Content is still king. But the pages that people use to make decisions on whether or not to hire you, whether or not to buy your offer, they matter too. So head to faithhannon.com and book a call to see if we're a good fit to help you and serve you, or click the link in the show notes, because I want to serve you. I want to help you get high quality leads from your website and increase up your take home pay from your business, because you're converting higher with better copy that works for you even when you're not working. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend, and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting, can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.